Good afternoon, how are you? This is Harriet, by the way. In case you haven't met Harriet, this is my love of my life, and she's due to have her babies very shortly. We've been waiting. Anyway, why have I decided to make this video tonight? Well, it's catch up. I like to catch up every now and then and give people updates what's happening for the haters or for the lovers or the people that have curiosity or interest. But anyway, let's get with it and let's get down to what we're talking about. Anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Gabriella. I used to be known as Gary once upon a time, and I find that absolutely beautiful. If you don't know what I used to look like, because you're too lazy to go for all the old videos, this will give you an idea of what I used to look like. That was before, and the last time really that I was ever that big. And no, I didn't just look like that big, ugly man who was very, very strong. Just for the memory sake for the few old little boys and girls out there. And just little brief photographs. And anyway. So, anyway, let's give you a background just to keep you up to date. The ones who've just joined my YouTube channel and deciding, what the hell have I got in front of me? Well, what you got in front of you is a transgender woman 10 weeks out from pre-op transition to having her sexual reassignment surgery, which at the moment is still going quite, it's getting there. We're still getting the money, but we're getting there. Everything's been changed now. All names have all changed. The body is massively changed in many, many categories. I mean, I pass a beautiful silhouette of a woman now. It's very hard to see any, I believe, very hard to see any real male traits around anymore. I had a great evening tonight. I was in some little kids up the road. Used to live up the road anyway. They became my little friends. They used to love speaking to me every day, and they moved away, and their parents didn't tell them, but they invited me over tonight for dinner, and it was a surprise. So when I rocked up, these 4 little kids just come screaming out, "Oh, it's Gabby, it's Gabby, it's Gabby, it's Gabby!" So yeah, it was really, really cool. And Pete and Deb, you're lovely, beautiful people, because I know you'll probably end up watching this, and I really, really, really did enjoy hearing you. Sorry if I gave you a little bit too much background information. Yeah, I have had a very extensive history, not just here in Australia, but abroad. Australia was pretty, I know, it was wild in some regards, but more so overseas. I was raised in the old philosophy, if you're going to shit, don't shit on your own doorstep, shit everywhere else. Boy, did I have fun overseas, hard to the max. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to just give you an update of how things are, what's happening in my life, what's happening in transition. It has been a massive, massive challenge in some respects to get to the stage. I'm not one of these glammy girls which do all the makeup and, pretend to be something I'm not. I am who I am. I'm very proud of who I am. I'm a transgender woman. Used to be born a man. Used to be known as Gary. Big deal. What can we tell you which would make you find it interesting tonight? Not a lot. This is the last stretch, and it's probably the hardest point in transition, I think. It's a time when a lot of worry comes into your head. If you haven't got everything you need to get those final steps, as in like money or just little bits and pieces you've got to finalise and get right. My problem is money. I mean, I live on a pension now. Not that there's anything wrong with me, but some people might disagree. I'm a carer. I care for my mother, so I have a limited income coming in. But, as I say, that's my problem. And, I manage problems pretty well. I have stopped smoking pot now. I call stopping partners. I might have a cone once in a blue moon now, or once every couple of days, if anything. That's a cone. That's a pod. That's this shit here, you know. There's just something like that. And that's it. I mean, compared to how I was 19 months ago, where I was smoking over an ounce and a half a week, and drinking as well. I mean, there's some massive change. I don't drink at all. I was never a real big drinker in some respect. Well, I was and I wasn't. I mean, you know, I did like to have a drink, but I wasn't addicted or I wasn't alcoholic yet. I wasn't nowhere near any of that shit. I've always been able to manage. I don't get addicted to things. The only thing I've been addicted to is me. Sounds pretty selfish, doesn't it? But that's basically how it is. So life is changing. Life's still changing. What else can we say? My biggest evil is these guys. This is so bloody hard to give up. I mean, you know, I've gone for days where I'd be like 5 cigarettes, and I'm thinking, really, great, I'm on the road. And the next day I'll smoke a packet. I mean, God, what is it with this shit? I mean, they're the hardest things to give up, and, you know, oh well, I will get there. I have 2 more weeks, basically, where in my own plan of what's ahead for the next 10 weeks before the surgery. And so I have 2 more weeks where I have to get this program into gear. I have to stop smoking cigarettes. The pot's not a problem. I mean, it's nothing. It never has been. It's not. I mean, all these people who tell you it's addictive or it's going to cause psychological schizophrenia or those things, like, wake up. Unless you've got a pre-positioned mental illness, and if you only smoke pot straight, you're not going to end up psychotic. You're not going to end up brain dead. You're not going to end up short-term memory loss. You're not going to end up in a mental institution. It doesn't happen. I mean, I've smoked for 35 years, and tremendous amount. I have never found anyone who can smoke as much as I have with me, and it's never stopped me from doing anything I've ever done. And I've done way more than the average person. Anyway, so we've covered those 2 points. Had a lady from the Messenger Press, which is a local paper, free paper, which is delivered to everybody's doorsteps basically in Australia, I believe, actually mainly here in South Australia, on a Wednesday. She came over to do a story on the area I live in. And where I live is called Smithfield Plains. It's in the northern suburbs of South Australia. It's originally was designed in the 1950s and was put into development in the very early 1960s. I was one of the, I can't say I was the first, but I have to say I was one of the very, very, very first children to be brought into this area under the age of 3 years of age, with my brothers and sisters and my mum and dad. We had no roads, we had no footpaths, no schools, no shops, nothing. We had to travel basically a mile or 2 before we catch a bus or shopping centre. So she came to do an article on how we perceive Smithfield Plains. Why have we been here all this time, and what do we see its future? You know, it's a really interesting point that, you know, people have always, in my life so far, have always knocked the area I live in. You know, these people have no idea. It's probably one of the best areas in the world. And being myself and being travelled like I have extensively, lived in, you know, Santa Monica, California, and I lived on the island of Crete. You can't beat what you have basically at home, in the sense of pure convenience of electricity, telephone, food, the cost of those things, and just all the other different bits and pieces. It's still, in my eyes, the best place in the world to live. Doesn't matter about the transient, and they are transient. They're transient scum, most. I mean, you're going to have it in any country, anywhere. Doesn't matter where you live, what place. You've got those transient people who come into the area with their problems or their psychosis or their drug habits, and they give the place a bad name or bad reputation. Yeah, they give the place a bad name. It's not the area. It's certain people in here, and it's a minority. And it's really sad that a minority can capture the world, or capture the media, or people's perception, and give them a different viewpoint of the area. This area has grown massively in 20 years, and I mean quite massively. multiple new suburbs immediately around here. Areas used to be called Old Smithfield, Smithfield West, or Smithfield East, or Smithfield North, or McDonald Park. They're all been changed to places, which people will think are fantastic and beautiful. And they're the same areas your parents, your mates used to shit can years ago. But now we've just got new names that have been given places like Playford Waters, Lakeside. It's really, really funny how a little name changes a lot. Well, hey, I changed my name, but it didn't change me a lot, did it? So anyway, the lady did the article, and she was really, really good. And she found it quite interesting that how we perceive the area and what we had to say. I mean, I've always said it, and I will continually say it, that you are not limited to where you live. Just because you might come from a low socio-economical background as an area. I wasn't. My family has always been not wealthy, but has been comfortable. And very, very supportive parents and brothers and sisters until I started transition. And then most of them walked away except Mum. Dad's already gone. He passed away many years ago. So, it doesn't limit you. And she was finding it absolutely, totally fascinating how I was bringing up. I call it my life book. This is my life book. And within this contains my life, basically. Every reference from an employer over the years who's ever given it to me. Old licenses, birth certificates, name changes, diplomas, certificates of heroes and awards. Everything is contained in this book. It's quite large, isn't it? Yeah. So I brought it out and showed her, and she's like fascinated. And she says, "Wow." I said, "Yeah, well, you know me now as Gabriella, but you can go into your archives and you can pull out him, the old me, the old Gary, which was there we go. Hang on, was this face. There we go. It's that face, and that era, and you'll find an article on which you wrote Nestle Press about, probably about 12 years ago, probably a bit more actually, where they were talking about things I have achieved, coming from this area which, people have this ideology, this idea that you come from this area, you must be scum or you're never going to achieve anything, or, hey, if you can do what I've done in my life, and still be alive to do it, and good luck to you, because I don't think you can. So, anyway, to cover that article just talks about how I used to work in Hollywood and worked in movies and television. She found that totally amazing. Then she started seeing the other parts of what's happened after that point, where I became an American hero, saving an 82-year-old lady from a burning house. And that was on the 2nd of September 2001, the week before 9/11. And I've got a Heroism Award for that. And she found that amazing. Then she seen all the other little bits and pieces, how I worked in aviation, who I worked for, and how I became the first Australian in the world to see the millennium 25,000 feet. Went from 1999 to the year 2000 to 1999. Then landed back on Midway Island. What else? So she suddenly, her eyes was like, in a way they lit up in a sense like, wow, not, I don't fly my own flags, just how I perceived it. She was fascinated to the amount I'd actually done. And then I basically got onto the track into the conversation how, that there is so much misrepresentation of the area, and also there's so much misrepresentation of transgender people. And we started to clarify a little bit, and she was finding this quite interesting. So she's going to include that in the article, and, that I was him a long time ago, and now I'm her. Well, I was always her. I mean, I'm always him too. I mean, let's get it right. I mean, there's no fantasy and no illusion here. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You're still the same person. It's only the exterior which is changing, and the body parts, which say doesn't change inside. It doesn't change what's up here to a great dramatic point. It doesn't change your sexuality or anything. So, yeah. So I'm still very, very broad-minded. I'm not gay. It's different. So she's looking into maybe doing an article in the future of awareness of discrimination and bigotry, or whatever you call it, to do with people in the area and the issues, especially like with my case, the transgender. I mean, I still do things that I used to do before. I still go and give food to people. I still go and help people out when they have problems, whether it be physical or whether it be social or whatever. So it doesn't change the person. And all these people who keep calling names and whatever, it's like, you need to wake up. She can still kick your ass, believe it or not. I mean, yeah, I've lost a lot. I mean, as you can see, the arms are completely just basically gone compared to what it used to be. The shoulders have gone. There's no males. You can see mainly you're pushing shit uphill. Shoulder blades, you can see that. Can't see too much now because this is pushing up. And breast to come down. Good weights. So what else can we say? So we're going to do, hopefully she's going to do this article. She said she would. And it'd be really good because, I mean, I chose to do my transition in a public status, in a public manner. And I chose that very consciously and with a full understanding of what the worst case scenarios could be, what could happen, and what the best case scenarios can be. I mean, the only way people are going to really understand what it's all about is to be told, shown, and yeah, it's to be shown and told what it's all about. Why? Now, why does a person go from being he was a gorgeous hot man. I can't complain. I mean, there's no self-praise here. I mean, I don't have to ask all the ex-girlfriends who ever keep coming back and ask and whatever. So, to becoming a woman, it's not something which happens overnight. It's something where you were born from the very, very, very early stages. It came in your first few months of gestation within your mother's womb where these events happen. They're not a psychological mental illness. They're in a form or in a way. You could look at it, it's probably a deformity in some way, but not in a mental deformity. It's more that you were born in the wrong body. And in 10 weeks, mine's going to be corrected, finally. So, you've got to, if I didn't take this risk and do it in the format I have done it, I'm not being fair to people. I'm not being fair to and honest to people who I even know, even those wankers and idiots and, excuse the language, cocksuckers, whatever you want to call them, all these big hero boys and girls. I'm not being fair and honest to you guys, because you need to know the truth and you need to wake up. And the only way you're going to wake up is if it's thrown into your face, shown to you that there is no difference. The person's still the same. They're using these silly words like, oh, bring it back in, oh mate, bring it back. It's like, hey, if you can't see that person's still there, if just in a female format, then you are brain dead. You've either drank too much alcohol, smoked too much meth, or you take too many pills, or you're just screwed up. Simple as that. I mean, wake up. Transition is doing transition is you really got to have strong determination. I mean, you're going to have so many events where people are going to try and knock you down, try and break your will, try and break your spirit, trying to persuade you to go back. And I mean, it can happen in so many ways, and even in the subtle little ways. That's what's really been really interesting just lately. It's not been so much the outright direct confrontational way, in the sense like email saying, oh, they bring back him, we miss him, or he was a great larrick and he was great fun. It's not that. It's now become a more subtle way of trying to do it. I've told people what my my roadmap and my plan is for the next 10 weeks, and it has been before that. It was like 17 weeks originally, whatever, was to stop smoking pot and stop smoking cigarettes. And I mean, yeah, I'm really totally over the moon and appreciative of gives some of my old Indigenous friend have given me. I mean, the clothes, the makeup, the hair dryers. I mean, you know, I'm truly, truly, truly very happy you did that for me, and I'm very, very grateful. But then there's that subtle little things which they either they don't realise it, or they tend not to believe you anymore, or believe it. There's you know, subtle little things like I had mate owes me some money, so I said to him, yeah, I want the money. I don't want the part. I mean, but when I go over there, he's trying to give me, you know, $50 worth of weed. I said, I don't want the weed, mate. He said, oh, no, I can't have the weed, man. You know, I don't want to give him money. So I had to end up settled 50-50. I got $25 and $25 worth of pot. Pot lasted me ages. I mean, nearly 2 weeks. That is a record for me. I mean, to know me, do you know how much pot I used to smoke is phenomenal. I mean, I spent so much time smoking that shit. And it wasn't a non-pleasure, it was pleasurable. I mean, it served a purpose in many ways for different reasons. And then there's the other one where you get, all you want is just friendship. You just want honest, true friendship. You just want someone, you know, just come over, hang out, and just have a chill, have a cup of coffee, chat. You know, like a friend, like a true friend would be. But all I was getting is, lightning visits. Oh, call in, you know, they call in, they stop out front, they have a cone, and instead of coming and having a cup of coffee, they give you a couple of buds. Not that you don't, I'm not asked for them. You can understand, I didn't ask for all of it, but they just keep trying to give it to you. Not to try and hook you, because I'm not that type of personality. Anyone who knows me knows that I don't get hooked on things. The only thing I get hooked on is either love of a person, and then I'm head over heels, or my transition, which is, you know, they're probably my only real obsessions besides Harrier. So, in a way, it was like a subtly trying to push or keep me back and stop me from progressing that little bit forward, because they knew that my goals are, or the timetable's getting short. I have to make things quick. I have to do it faster. I have to make things a bit easier. And not smoking pot's been quite interesting in its own. Not that it's given me a different insight into life or any of that nature. It's just made life easier. I mean, you know, I don't have to avoid a breath test and drug unit anymore. I mean, that's even the funniest part. Yeah, I can pull up and laugh my guts out at the guy. I think, you're not going to get me, so good luck. Go your hardest. Give me your thing, stick it in my mouth, and I'll give you a sample. So that's what has changed in that regard. This week is, the next 2 weeks is going to be my hardest in many respects, because I really got to finalise this financing now for the operations. I have some money, but I need to finalise the rest of it. So it's going to be a debt consolidation, and hopefully, maybe the bank, I may get it from a bank or a credit union, and that might just save a problem or two. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some other people who might want to help at some point, but I don't ask for help, and I've never been one to ask for help. I mean, people who know me, that you can ask them, you know. Ask them honestly, have I ever asked for anything of anyone other than their love and their friendship? And you won't find that. I have never asked for it. Many and thousands of people have asked me over the years for things, whether it be pod or association with people, or can you fix this, or can you do that, or can you take me there, or you know, I've given so much over the years to everybody else, and I've never asked for anything, and that's me. I am always been very self-sufficient and very much a loner. And it's a loner in life, not as in, it's only one part of my life. I mean, I'm an individual person. I've been like, I've always been like a chameleon. I can fit into any group or any group or any ethnicity, you can call it. I never had a problem. I'm mixed with bikers, not great, big deal. I'm mixed with murderers, mixed with drug dealers, rapists, policemen, judges, movie stars, millionaires, and the average person in the street. I'm mixed with everybody in my lifetime. So, but I've never asked anyone, and anything that's ever given to me, I've always been truly appreciative and have expressed that appreciation verbally or, mainly verbal. So, let's hope the next 2 weeks goes really well for me, because I truly would like to get more than just my sexual reassignment, my sex change. I mean, that is the main goal, and I'll be happy if I get that. But I've got a few other little things I'd really, really like to do to fine-tune my life for the future. I mean, one of those things is I want to get my nose straightened up. I mean, that was broken on my buff's line when I got married in 1985. I mean, yeah, I've been married, big deal. Yeah, she was even a policewoman. So I'd really like to get that straightened and the bumps taken out of it. And I'd really, truly, at some point in the future, I'd like to get my teeth fixed up from the neglect of all the years of travelling, 17 years, and not looking after them too well. Too busy drinking, partying, eating, instead of the old dental hygiene. So hopefully we'll get it back. But that depends on money, so let's hope the next 2 weeks and I find a bank which is going to help me really nicely and I'll consolidate my debts instead of paying, 21% interest for a credit card, which, wasn't even my debt, it was from an ex-lover. And I've been paying for it ever since. And my car loan. So basically I want to put all my debts into one thing and hopefully I'll be able to make it a bit easier, but we'll see. So thank you for your time tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some facts might be interesting, either to your own curious nature or, whatever reason you come on. But anyway, thanks for coming on here. Be great, be safe, be happy, be yourself. And Deb and Pete, truly, it was a beautiful evening. Thanks very much for inviting me up for dinner with the kids and you. It's a lovely evening. So, yeah. This is Gabriella saying, be safe, be happy, be you. And don't let anyone tell you you're not you. Because they don't know you. They only know an image or a colour. Love you all. Bye.